What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 5, Episode 6. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions, so down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts, early impressions on this episode. How was y'all feeling it? To me, this was another banger. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that I like about shows is when they start to reveal the truth. And in this episode, the truth was starting to get revealed left and right. Of course, Jukebox, she found out that Snaps and Pops was the one that put down Famous. And this is what we've been waiting on, right? Now, the crazy thing about this whole storyline is the captain, he was dirty all along. Which is crazy because a lot of the fans was already believing that he was dirty back a few seasons ago when they started the whole law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, dirty storyline. Like it was a big investigation on the department, right? So the captain, he was already acting funny back then, but at that particular time, nothing really came out about him. He was so concerned about Detective Howard and the things that he was doing. It really did seem like the captain was hiding something, right? So I'm glad that they brought this back up. I mean, damn. The captain thought he was going to ride off into the sunset, but Detective Garcia said, hell nah, I got to find out what's going on. Now we know Tanner, he finally returned, right? And he was the one that told Detective Garcia that the captain was the one that was connected to the whole Sean Figueroa case, right? So this is how and why he asked the captain questions about Sean, you know what I'm saying, aka Famous. And the captain, he was tweaking out. He was like, man, what the hell you talking about? It was his retirement party. He did not want to hear that at all, especially seeing how he thought he was going to ride off into the sunset. He thought he was all good in the hood, right? Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on the captain, and of course, spoiler alert, taking himself out. He said, you know what? Since I'm going to give you this intel, because we know the captain ended up telling Detective Garcia that Snaps and Pops, they wanted to get back at Rock at all costs, and he ended up giving them your boy Famous. He did not believe they was going to do anything like that to him at all, so he didn't think nothing of it. But of course, Famous, he got dropped off, and that's when things turned real bad. So he was not thinking it was going to be a big deal, but nah, it was. And the captain already knew what time it was. He understands that with him giving up this intel about Snaps and Pops, he is pretty much a dead man. So he says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get myself up out of here. And he took himself out his damn self because he already knew what time it was. He was going to get smoked regardless, right? So the captain ain't here no more. And we also know that Detective Garcia went back to Jukebox and let her know that it was Snaps and Pops that made the call to get Famous up out of here. So you already know what time it is. As I told you, if Kanan is not going to do this, best believe Jukebox is the one that's going to make a move. We can tell based on the episode 7 trailer that Jukebox is about to turn up. And this is what I've been waiting for. My question is, how is Kanan going to respond when Jukebox tells him that Snaps and Pops was the one that did this? All hell is going to break loose, in my opinion. Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on Kanan in this episode. Just like we pretty much predicted, Kanan will be on the shoot first, ask questions later type of mentality. He dropped off one of his boys, I believe Crank. You know what I'm saying? He cranked back and smoked that boy, got him up out of here. He wasn't playing around. He was tired of the crew acting all scary. They saw his face. They didn't know what the hell was going on. We know Marvin, he busted up into one of the spots. He scared the crew, so everybody was kind of shaky, and Kanan was not going for that. And you already know that Breeze, he was trying to calm Kanan down as far as the things that he wanted to do in his moves. He wants Kanan to move more smarter, you know what I'm saying? In Breeze, he also had conversations with Stefano. Stefano was trying to basically neutralize everything that Rock is doing. And the next target was your boy Hafiz. He ended up making a deal with Hafiz, cut Rock's deal off completely, and that pissed Rock off. So now she has started another war with Hafiz by dropping off one of his guys at the end of the episode. And man, that girl was not playing around. So in the next episode, it's going to be another war, just like Marvin was talking about. He's like, man, so why are you trying to start another damn war and you in one right now? So you already know what time it is. It's about to get real crazy, or like your boy Unique said, real smoky, right? And in one of those teasers, we already knew that Hafiz most likely will be having a conversation with Stefano. I believe in one of the teasers, he's talking about you owe me a favor or whatever. So eventually, we knew Hafiz was going to end up making a move with Stefano. So Rock, she pretty much screwed from the looks of it, right? Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on Kanan, Jarita, and your girl Flossie. Just like we pretty much predicted once again. Hell, when we saw that first teaser of Raising Kanan season 5, we knew somebody was pointing a gun at him. And of course, the majority of the fans were talking about it could be your girl Flossie. And it was Flossie. I mean, it was a white lady with a strap. And we saw how Flossie was moving. So it had to be her. Kanan ended up coming up in there because Jarita cracked the door. And Flossie ain't playing around. Now, Kanan says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and reveal the truth to you. He let Flossie know that Rock is his mom's, and that's going to piss her off. Now, I knew eventually this was going to happen. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. Now, Flossie and Rock's relationship most likely is not going to last because she's going to be pissed off. And, of course, just like Hafiz switched over to Stefano, don't be surprised if Flossie does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Stefano has already warned Flossie in the last episode about Rock and how things could get messy. Well, it seems like Stefano just may be right. So we're going to see what Flossie is going to do with this information and what's going to happen with this whole Jarita thing. But we know in this episode, Jarita pretty much ended things with Flossie. So that's over with. She wants to protect Kanan. She wants to be on his side at all costs. And with her cracking that door, that's a major issue. And ain't no going back. So I want to see what's going to happen next within this whole storyline. I mean, damn. As I told you guys earlier, once the truths are revealed, things get real crazy. We also know that Kanan told Jarita that Rock is his mom's as well. And of course, it was kind of shaky, but she is willing to still be with him. So this love story is getting very interesting, right? Now, my last quick thoughts, early impressions will be about your boy Uncle Marvin and, of course, Jukebox, the Amber storyline. And just like we once again predicted, Amber, she is starting to crack up under the pressure. Now she's talking about how she's been, switching up her story. Apparently law enforcement or somebody said that it was a black guy that was in the area when, of course, those guys got dropped off at the house. So now that's an issue, right? And now she's talking about she don't know and all this stuff. Like, really? So you starting to change up your damn story now? And you seen how quick Jukebox told her to go and play on the swings? Because now Amber is a liability. Now Amber is a loose end. And at the end of the day, we know loose ends don't last long. So we're going to have to see how this ends up going. Marvin, he just wanted to have a conversation with Amber and Jukebox because he's like, look, if something happens to me, I want to let the two girls know that I care about, you know what I'm saying, what time it is. So something big is going to happen within this storyline. And of course, we're going to find out if Marvin is going to be able to survive. Will he end up, going to prison, or will he end up dying? That's the question. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, what do y'all think about episode 6? I will be dropping the full recap later on in the day with more details about this episode. So stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.